my fault. I didn't notice it was out of place. You painted fairy tales on the wall, calling to the better of the halves of me. Please show me just a little bit of honesty. I'd hope I got a heart that I can salvage, but it's getting harder now to recall. I know well what let out both try. You could have anything you wanted, anything you wanted it all for your fool's gold. And I know well why deaf and half blind. You could get anything you wanted. Yeah, I would have handed it all over, falling for you. Only the fall for you, for you, for you. Only the fall for Came in and you're looking like a sign of grace. I know, but I can never match your name to face my fault. But when I noticed it was far too late, you left a fingerprint on my soul.
Mm. So welcome back to TeaTalk with Nas. I'm very happy to be back here. So apparently, or not that apparent to me, yesterday I had a really big technical issue and I didn't know that our TikTok live wasn't working. So now I finally see someone in too. Thank you so much, Mika. Someone come to our live, on TikTok, so I know, okay, it is working. It is working. Hello, Nene. Thank you so much for joining. So yes, it's great to know that it's working now. Thank you. So yesterday we talked about actually politics, and maybe that's the reason why it's not working on TikTok because I was talking about politics. I don't know. Maybe that's something that you don't want to heard about, and then well, for whatever reason, there's a major technical issue that I never had yesterday, but I still went through this live on YouTube and on the Podbean Live. So if any of you are interested about what we talk about actually South Korean, we had a they had not we they had martial time, very brief martial time yesterday for around 6 hours. And then I kind of addressed this issue yesterday. So if you're interested to know what I talk about, you can always come to our Phoenix Rising EST YouTube, and then you will find out actually all the details about the martial time, why there's a martial time and everything. Thank you so much, Nene, for sending the heart, the gift, and everything. Thank you so much. Okay, so today is our day 57 of our 60 days life challenge. I don't know. I've been on words already. I know every single day, like we are counting down every single day. I'm just very grateful. And of course, every single day, it is still a challenge for me to stand here. And I really feel it is time for me to change about myself. I really feel it is time for me to really do what I always say I want to do. For example, to get up early and meditate. Until now, I still can't do it. I still meditate the last thing in the evening, but maybe because I feel that's more like cleansing my body before I go to bed. And also, I always say I will, just write down my sharing every single day. I still can't do that properly. I also need to do that. And also, I mentioned that I need to do exercise every single day, well, at least a few times a week. So I really need to find a way to make that happen as well. Besides them, life is great. Besides them, everything is good. I've learned so much from these 60 days. And today I really want to talk about one topic. I don't think we have covered it properly. I don't think we have covered it properly. But actually, it is a very important topic and it's been really raised, especially in the, I don't know why though, only now, but it's really raised in Europe, in America, in this part of the world, which is about men's mental health. Okay. So it's not like we don't really talk about men's mental health in the Far East Asia. I think if you visited Far East Asia, you will realize men is not as tough as what you may find from some Caucasian men. Some, you may find men. I'm not saying that they're not strong, they're not manly, but then they're mostly like you can feel the feminine side. You can see the feminine side of them, and there's nothing wrong to show that. It doesn't make them gay. It doesn't make them weak. It just it's just like a common in Holocaust. Thank you so much for joining. Is it just common in the Far East Asia? Like I have so many good boyfriends. They're more like sisters to me, but actually they're straight, right? Doesn't mean that they're it's just very easy for us to just, get along and then to hang around and to to talk about anything. And then when I come to the UK, that's another culture difference that that surprised me. Yeah, that surprised me. Because it feels, even though, hello, Sam. Thank you so much for coming back. Hello. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, so today I want to talk about one thing that's very important about men's mental health. And and yeah, like what I just said, in the Far East Asia, like Chinese, Taiwanese, Singaporean, Korean, Japanese, we all like those men, when you see them, right? You can see the feminine side of them. Doesn't mean physically they're weaker or whatever, but you can see the feminine side of them. You can see that the men that they're more allowed to be weak. They're allowed to be vulnerable. They feel comfortable to do it. Of course, I'm not saying everyone, but in general, at least in my generation, for most of my friends. Thank you very much, Sad. Thank you. How can you see me? But anyway, so most of my friends, they are very yeah, they can show the weak side and they don't need to feel not comfortable. Well, at least to us, like their brothers. I'm like their brother. And yeah, but when I'm in the UK, it's like men need to, you dress properly, you fit, you look after yourself. But at the same time, I still feel this kind of stereotype. And then when people start talking about mental health issues for men, I'm like, oh, is that a topic that we need to bring up? But actually, even like to my father's generation, for those who are in their fifth, not 50, for those who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even, of course, like they're still from this mindset of, oh, I will be the man of the house. I need to look after my family. I cannot rest. I will always work and then to make sure that my family are looked after. And that's how they are like. They like I shared this with you before. When I was 15, right? So I was still studying and I have three sisters. So there are four of us. And we were moved from one city to another. And then only years later, I think one time when I was still in university, but that's many years after, my dad told me, you know that the reason we moved from Taipei to Hsinchu was because I only had $100 in my pocket. $100, it was, I think at that time, that may be just around £1 or £2, two English pounds or 30 US dollars. He only got 30 US dollars in his pocket. He need to have all of us and his wife. And we're like, and I didn't know. And I cannot imagine what kind of pressure he must been gone through. And looking back, I can tell, right? Because from our lifestyle was like up and down, up and down. One month we can live in a big villa. Every single one of us have our own room, and then we have a lift in our house, 5-floor house with detached with like a water pool in our garden. Okay. Like a fake mountain and then the falls in our back in our garden. When my parents are doing well, and when they're not doing well, we have sleep on the floor. I can always remember when the 9/11 happened, we all sleep on the floor. It's not like we rent a space. It's not like my parents rent a very small apartment. It's still I think we still have like 2, 3 bedrooms, but we just really never really unpacked, and we just I don't know. I think we just find a way to enjoy the time when it's a downtime. So we actually just enjoying that we all sleep on the living room. But I remember I woke up in the living room floor and then turn on the telly straight away, see the 9/11. So we have ups and downs like that. And I can't imagine how my dad goes through that, who he can speak to, because actually my mom, I don't know if he could really mention this to my mom, because my mom is actually mentally not strong as well. Now she actually have very severe depression now. So I doubt that she at that time would be able to support my dad in any way that from that aspect. And I also mentioned to you before, there's a period of time in Taiwan that's where I grew up. We've seen a lot of news that the father, the whole they found the whole family gone in a house or in a car or in anywhere. And then it turned out to be the father killed them all and then committed suicide because he seemed he cannot continue with the life anymore. So that was a news like 20 years 20 years ago from now. It was a small period of time of several news like that. I always remember it. So yes, men's mental health. Of course, it is an issue. If my dad, I cannot say strong enough. I don't know how he went through that period of time of so much pressure, of all up and down, lawsuit, okay, court cases. He's a doctor from emergency room doing operations, facing all of these high pressure patients. I don't know how he handled all of this pressure. And he handled all of this pressure. Now he's still doing well. But not everyone is, I don't think there's not many people can be like my father going through all of this. And that's why people start talking about men's mental health. Men's mental health. Because there is still a stereotypes about what men should be like, right? I know you boys, since you're little, you'll say, oh, you're a boy, you cannot cry. You're a boy, you need to be strong. You're a boy, don't whine. You're a boy. You are there to help people. Don't ask for help. You're a boy. You shouldn't show that you're struggling. Hello, Adam. Thank you so much for coming back. Yesterday we have technical issues, so I was talking here for 1 hour and then no one can see me on TeaTalk. But yeah, if you're interested, you can find the conversation yesterday from YouTube. But yeah, today we're talking about men's mental health. Today we're talking about the stereotype, like why like boys, that's what you are expected. Or okay, it is our fault. The girls want to, we want our men to be strong, to be there for us but also actually at the same time, I also want to say that we also don't mind when our men feel like when they need to be upset, when they need to share with us their vulnerability. Actually, it will be so good. Not, I mean, because that shows that your men are willing to show you the weak part of him. That's the ultimate trust, isn't it? That's a trust because your men have the trust in their, okay, because you have trust in your partner, doesn't matter their gender. So you will show them your vulnerability. You will show them that I really can't do it anymore. You will tell them because you trust them. You trust that your partner will be there for you. But not many people can do that for whatever reason. Right? Not many people can find a partner like that, or not many people understand. It is very crucial. Actually, it is very crucial for a relationship that the two people in this relationship are able to show each other their vulnerability, are able to show each other that when they need support, they can ask each other's help. Then that's equal. That shows the trust. That will heighten the relationship between these two people, between the two parties in a relationship. Can you help me? I need your help. It is not only about love relationship. It is about any relationship. At work, between company, B2B, company, business to business, between family members. If you want to build a good relationship with anyone, that's what you do. You ask them for help. Right? That's a technique people are using nowadays. But why don't you understand that? That is actually genuine things we should do. If this person you trust, then you should. Okay, but coming back, but there's still majority of the men in the whole world, okay, in the whole world, they still raise, they're still raising a way that, oh, they need to be strong, they need to be there for their woman, they need to be there for their mom, they need to, be the protector of the house. They can't be weak. That is a stereotype, right? Just another day. That's one of the reasons why I will mention this topic. Actually, I was going to talk about this yesterday, but yesterday we have the South Korean government declared a martial time for 6 hours. So that's why I was talking yesterday, because that's very relevant at that time. And so I postponed the men's topic to today. I think that's maybe, yeah. So anyway, the other day a client asked me, and with really genuine concern, like he was really asking me, is it okay for me to cry? And he was like, he feel he's not supposed to, because he feel like it is not what he should do. There's nothing that you should do, and there's nothing that you shouldn't do. Okay, that's the first thing. There's nothing one person should or should not do. Doesn't matter their responsibilities or their rules. Okay, there's no such things of should do or should not do. But even at that time when he said that, I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, of course you can cry, and thank you for for trusting me this space, and that you feel that you can show your vulnerability. So the answer is yes, of course. Of course, it is okay for you to cry, for anyone. It is okay for you to feel your emotions. Okay, it is okay for you to show your emotions, and it is okay to express that you need support. It is very important for us to continue. It is very important for us for our well-being. That's why we all talk about well-being, right? So in fact, we need to know Okay. Challenging this stereotype is crucial, especially for us to create a more inclusive and supportive society for everyone. And when we break down these expectations about what it means to be a man, we create space for men to be their authentic selves, for you to be your authentic selves, and really to express your full range of emotions, and really to find support when you need it. And now I know that in most part of the world, that the society is now creating, I'm so sorry. The society now is creating space. Sorry. The society is now creating a space that mental health should be prioritized. Right? For years, we're talking about be kind. For years, we're talking about say no. For years, we are talking about well-being, right? And now we know showing vulnerability is actually a very powerful thing to do. And it is only because that you are powerful, because you are resilient. So you are able to allow the vulnerability to be shown, because that will not affect you. That will not affect the result of what you want to do. That will not affect who you are as a person, because you knew that. So you're strong enough to understand that. So it is okay for you to cry. So you are comfortable to be weak or to relax when you need to, because you are strong enough. But actually, those people who are not able to show the vulnerability, who are afraid of to cry, who are afraid of showing any sign of weakness, who are afraid of admitting that, oh, maybe they get lost. Those people, they are actually weaker than those who are able to show the emotions, because they are afraid. They don't know how to handle their emotions. They're afraid a total breakdown. They're afraid because it is actually unknown to them. They don't know how to show the emotions. They don't know how to show the vulnerability. They don't know how to be soft. Not only about men, okay? I think it's actually too narrow to just talk about men. Just people in general. But sometimes it is not about being a man. Sometimes about being the oldest of the family, like myself. Sometimes being your position at work. Right? Some people, they're a manager, they may think, because I'm a manager, so I shouldn't ask my staff if there's anything that I don't know. I feel that will reduce my credibility. And actually, that is so wrong. No one can know everything. Manager is about managing people. It is not about you know a lot more things than your team. Manager, you will have your own leadership skills. You will have your own experience about how to arrange the resources and how to make sure that everyone's working together and the whole team, the whole company can operate in a smooth way. It doesn't mean that you need to know everything. So some managers, they will think, that's what I want to say, right? It is not just about men, it's about anything. Some people, when they're in a position, they feel I can't be weak. I can't be seen weaker than my staff. You don't earn respect that way. Imagine if your CEO, the founder of company, or whoever who are in a superior position than you, and come to you and ask you about questions that they truly don't know because maybe it's about new technology. For example, like AI, right? AI is not just about ChatGPT or Gemini, right? There's sometimes a lot more than that, than speaking and then chatting with ChatGPT, right? Sometimes a little more than that. Sometimes about you only have 24 hours a day, so you don't know everything. And that's why sometimes it is necessary for you to go to your team and ask your team for their opinion. Because they may know something that, we do have age gap. Right? I also cannot believe the people who come to workforce now are born after 2000. I was like, what? Oh, it's 2024 already. So it means when people were born 2000, it's actually already 24. Oh my God. There's a gap. And then there's something that they knew better than you. So I just want to say that, right? I don't want to just narrow it down to men's stereotype, but at the same time, men is a very good example. Like this box, like men need to be this solid box, like a Superman, like Spider-Man, like okay, not like Spider-Man, like not like Spider-Man, like Superman, like Iron Man, like the Captain America, that's the stereotype. The He-Man, the He-Man. That's the stereotype. Actually, He-Man is before my time. Okay, I never watched the He-Man, but but anyway, that's a stereotype, right? Oh, I'm a boy. That's what I should be. Uh, is it? And then now when we go to cinema, we see the weakness of these male characters. We start seeing the dark side of the male characters. Like all of the movies are starting talking about the mental health of these heroes. Why? Because the storytellers maybe they are going through the same thing or they had gone through the same similar things. Well, no, not many people were born to be depressed. Not many people were born to be psychopaths. They all went through something that really, just like the Joker. Joker wasn't born to be a Joker. There was a long history of series of actions. So he decided it's either he becomes so depressed or he went crazy. So that's why mental health is so important because because we're talking about having a harmonious society. We're talking about we want to help the people around us. Like it is fortunate for me that, or I don't know, okay, I don't really know anyone firsthand that who are really struggling with very, very serious issues. Also because I'm not medical licensed counselor. I'm a life coach. Okay. But what I can do is I support those people who start their awakening, who start realizing their emotion, who start witness their own actions, reactions, emotions, and who start trying to find a way to heal, trying to find a way to overcome the challenges before they become really medically ill. So that's why there are so many more coaches nowadays. A lot of people, they instead of going straight into a counselor, getting medication, they start like, oh, I'm not feeling well. Maybe I should just have a life coach. Because and sometimes it does help. It not only help them to face the challenge now, but really help them to change their lives. But again, like we all know why mental health is so important. We have all heard about some really high-profile suicide, right? Or why does people need to take drugs? Why? Like we in the Western world, there are a lot more of this kind of. Well, one thing that's very high profile and that I know, and Caucasian, one is Robin Williams, the comedian, the one that everyone loves. Another one is Christian Benoit from the wrestling. These two that really shocked me, right? Yes, this is not recent. It's years ago. The young people, you will not know who is Chris Benoit, right? Hello, Fax. Thank you so much for joining. And Robin Williams. They seem to be doing great in their life, right? Especially Robin Williams, all of his movies is now maybe comedy and sometimes it's very about like emotionally touching, healing kind of movie that you feel healed after you watch his movie. And in the end, he feel the need to end his own life. The first, what's his name? Heath Rogers, the Brokeback Mountain, the Joker. People say because of the Joker. We don't know, but that is the right. What made them feel that they need to do this? That there's no way out. What makes these fathers feel that they need to kill his own family, their own family, and then kill before he killed himself? So mental health is so important. And that's why like around the world, people are talking about especially the bigger organization business. In the UK, even the small business, we're all talking about mental health issues matters. The whole November has been dedicated for men's mental health, not only female, but men's mental health. Because the stereotype of men, they feel like I feel ashamed that going to ask for help. I feel ashamed if people know that I'm speaking to a counselor. Or I feel ashamed if I tell people I have a depression. Why? Depression is a thing that is creeped up from your back that you don't even know. It's a disease, it's a illness. It will just appear, shows up without any signs. Thank you, Fax. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's why we're talking about this today. So how can we really to support? What more can I say? Can we say so you know that it is okay to ask for help? It is okay to be the weak part sometimes. It is okay to show the vulnerability when you are feeling vulnerable. And you need to know that you are not alone. Because when you are expressing your emotions, or when you are asking for support, it is a sign of courage and strength. It is a sign that you want to change and you are taking an active action to do something about yourself. So So because you know you need to face it. No, I use this word. It's a yeah, maybe if you pretend you're not weak, if you pretend that there's no problem, then basically you're just pretend that something is there. You're pretending there's no elephant in the room when there's one elephant in the room. You're pretending that this elephant didn't step on your toe. You're pretending that you're okay, but you are not. So and why are you afraid to admit that you're hurt? Why are you afraid to tackle this problem? Do you think you're able to move this elephant yourself on your own with your two hands? I can't even move my dog by myself. And do you think you can remove that elephant on your own? You're just afraid how people see you. And that makes you coward. Sometimes I'm a strict coach most of the time. Okay, I'm quite strict that time sometimes because when you allow yourself to show you're vulnerable, maybe you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know what kind of result will come after you showing your emotions. But that will be the first part for you to face the challenge. We all say it is okay to fear, but it is dangerous to not knowing fear, right? So it is okay to feel the emotions. It is dangerous that you pretend your emotion doesn't exist. It is the same. It's not just about the fear. So you really need to know that showing your vulnerability is a way to show the strength. It's a way to show that you have the courage, even you don't know what's going to happen. And it also shows that you trust the people around you. They will be able to be there for you. You allow people to look after you. You allow people to show their value. And that'll be so important to the people around you as well. So what can we do? What can we do to those of you who are listening? Or what can we do? Of course, I'll continue and actually say it I think from the day one, it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to show emotions. I also say that over 10 times already, just within the last 40 minutes. Because it is so important. And sometimes people just, oh yeah, and then gone. Oh, I still need to be that strong guy. I still need to be the man of the house. I still need to pretend that I'm working when I'm actually sad. You are not solving the issue. You are just showing that you don't trust your family, don't trust your partners, you don't trust your friends. You're showing that you have no trust to anyone. You don't feel that you are able to get support from anyone. And that's not good because you need to. You should. We are all here for you. Me and my light workers, me and my team. So, we really need to play a role to challenge these stereotypes and to creating a more supportive environment. So of course, there's a movement, right? Right now, we are starting this conversation already. We're talking about this openly. We're talking about mental health openly. Everything is about mental health, mental health, mental health, because it is important. Why is this important? Because you need to be healthy. Your well-being matters. When you're really broke, when you really break, then really the whole family will be affected. Christian Benoit killed his own family, whole his family before he killed himself. And he's not the only father who's that way. Mental health, okay? And then we start talking about stereotypes. So do we still raise the boys about you? We can teach our children to be strong. We can teach our children to be independent. We can say to them, instead of saying, you are a boy, don't cry, stand up when they fall. Instead of saying that, you can say, I know you are hurt, but do you think you are able to stand up? Do you need my help? And actually, most of the time they may say they don't need your help. Boy or girls. Okay, it doesn't matter boy or girl. Most of the time they may like, if you tell them, I know it is hurt. Maybe you can, stand up and then we can have a look. And then that's fine. Not saying that, oh, we always just, like running after them like they're fragile glass baby. I'm saying there's a way. We don't implant those stereotypes to our children anymore. We need to stop saying because you are what? We stop labeling people with stereotypes. You're a girl, so you should wear pink. You're a boy, you shouldn't wear a skirt. Let them do whatever they want. They will soon realize that's not what they want. I can't force my sister to wear a skirt. She stopped wearing skirts after school. As soon as she doesn't need to wear skirts anymore. I mean, she doesn't need to wear uniform anymore. She just never wears skirts ever again. It doesn't make her T or lesbian. She just doesn't want to wear skirt. That's my sister. Right? We know Scottish people, they will tilt. That doesn't make them all gay. Don't give us this English bully, okay? So just saying. Yeah. So we need to really start from education. What kind of the world we want to live in? What kind of the world we want our children to be? I want to raise if I have children, I don't think I will have children. But I really think our children deserve to be strong. But not by not crying, to be strong by being able to show vulnerability when they are in a trusted environment. They will know they can always go to some people when they need to. That will be a better place for these children, for us, for all of us. So that's what we should do. Really start by focusing ourselves as well. And that's actually not as well, focusing ourselves. I don't even want to go into about supporting organizations doing this kind of work or doing the November movement. But it's really the most important thing is about from us we really need to understand first why it is essential. Why it is essential not to have stereotypes anymore, and people are able to speak up. Okay? The freedom of being able to speak up. Thank you so much, Nene, for sending this cheer me up. I'm very grateful. You know, I'm very grateful that my father decided to be the strong one, and then to really just hang in there. I know it's not as maybe I can't really compare him with other people because he's a doctor. He never lack of any job. People always want him to be at their hospital or their clinic. He will walk into a job anywhere he go to. But he must under a lot of pressure to have 4 children, all raising at the same time. And then he never give up. Even until now, he's still studying Chinese medicine, so he say, oh, because you were needed, or you're not well. And actually, one of the most important thing is because he think that can help my mom. Oh, that's so romantic. You went off to study Chinese medicine. Another 7 years. He's in his 5th year now. He's going to be another 2 years. He is in his what, 70s? I'm not sure. 60 or 70s. And that's his intention. Not for anyone else. Not for a better world. For his wife and his daughters. I know he's enjoying it. He's enjoying learning all of this as well. That's what he said to us. I'm doing this for you. I'm very grateful. And that's why I think men's mental health is so important, because actually it doesn't matter, men or women. My mom has severe depression. And all we want for my mom as his daughter is that for her to be well, for her that one day she can really stop taking those medications that really deformed her and then make her ill, make her worse. You know, medication, they are kind of poison as well, right? Because in a lot slower way, but we all know taking too much medication is not good. But every day she needs to take over 10 different medications because of depression and then other complications, and then the complications of those complications, and then the side effects of those complications. So that's why mental health is important. You think when you are broken, when you are not well, it is not just you, it's the whole of your family will be affected. Those who love you and those you love will be affected. Okay. And that's how I call family. But we can just say those people who matters to you and those people that you matter to them, they are the people will be affected when you are not well. So for them, you need to be strong. Be strong as meaning, again, being strong meaning being able to show the weakness. Being strong equals to able to show weakness. Okay? This is a new concept. I really feel that we should start really preaching it. Okay. Because when you're able to really let go, even just not moan, moan doesn't help, nothing. But even just allow yourself to really talk about what's really in your heart. Like you're really tired, you're very scared. You're scared of no money. You're scared of you don't know what's going to happen next month. Say it. Say it. It doesn't mean it's not like if you don't say it, then it will not happen. No, you need to say it so we can finally take this problem to the front and then start working on them. If you just put in the back of your mind, pretend it is not there, then you are never trying to solve it, right? Share your concerns with people. Share your concerns with people. My client saying, I haven't been able to find a job for so many months already. And they've been reducing the job seekers allowance and everything. I don't feel like I'm able to pay anything. The job seekers allowance just enough for the rent and bills, never enough for the food. Right? And most people nowadays, they have credit card bills or the other bills. Mortgage, the interest rate. But you cannot pretend it's not there. Just say it. You say, who are you going to speak to? In UK, there's a GP system. You need to go to a GP first, and the GP will refer you to counselor, and then blah 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 blah. In other countries, you can just walk into a clinic and help, I believe. Or of course, there's always private clinic everywhere about. Or find if you feel it is not that serious yet, if you know you're not depressed, but you know you need to. It's too much on your shoulder, and you really need to let go of it. Because the compass Phoenix rising, and that's why we're here for. So since this 60 days starts, I actually start having some more clients because they need help. They want to change. They want to find a way to change, but they don't know where to start. Too much information on YouTube, too much information on Wikipedia, too much information on Google. So that's why I'm here, speaking to you every single day. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I didn't know why. Now I know. To share with you the messages that matters. So this is what we talk about. Of course, we all know mental health matters. We all know we need to be kind. Just because we know doesn't mean that we don't talk about it. We don't take anything for granted. We don't assume. I don't assume that what you already know. And maybe you heard about this so many times, and I hope that today it can really get to you. And I'm just very grateful that you allow me to be in this space and then to share with you what I know. And then we can work on this together. And then we can, really looking after ourselves. Then that's when you can really be strong for other people around you. There's no other way. When you are down, everyone around you will be down. Especially those of you who have children or pets, who have the people out there who are relying on you. So you need to look out for yourself. And you really can do it. because you deserve to be good. You deserve to have everything around you. You deserve to be abundant. Okay. So thank you so much for being here with me today on Tea Talk with Nas. I'm Nasha. And this is 57th day of these 60 days. So which means we still have 3 days left, 3 nights left. I don't know what's going to happen after these 6 days, but stay tuned. Okay. So have a very, very good day, good night, and good evening. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.